welcome to Real Girl Talk. I wanted to do a video today on here about how to deal with returns on eBay and Poshmark without losing your cool. And if you are a reseller on the eBay or Poshmark app, this isn't if this is going to happen to you, this is when this happens to you. You will get some returns. I sell on eBay and I have listed that I don't offer returns. However, the buyer can still issue a return claiming that something is defective or wrong with the item, even if you have listed that you don't offer returns. And on Poshmark is more in the seller's favor when it comes to returns. However, if you made an oops, or you can still get a return issued on your account. Now, the difference between eBay and Poshmark is Poshmark doesn't deposit your money until after the buyer has accepted the item. And so on eBay, they like for me, I get my money immediately when the buyer purchases the item, and I have to make sure that when a return request comes in, that I have enough money in my bank account or my PayPal in order to issue their return, because they probably purchased the item like 5 days ago and I had money in my account, and then when they get the item and they decide they want to return it, then I have to be able to have the money in order to issue that return. Okay, so I'm kind of getting off course here. I just want to get into what I have written down that has helped me in dealing with returns on eBay and Poshmark without losing my cool. And the first thing is you need to expect that it's going to happen. You got to tell yourself before you even get returns or get cases, as they're called on Poshmark, opened against you. You have to tell yourself that it is going to happen. If you're selling quality items and you're doing a good job listing and you're being truthful to the buyer, it's not going to happen that often, but it still is going to happen. So tell yourself as the seller, in order to keep your cool, before the returns come, it's going to happen. So just prepare yourself that it's a part of the business, it's part of what we do, it's going to happen. Now, here's the first thing. When you get the notification that somebody is wanting a return or a case has been opened against you, the human nature response is to get mad, to get upset, to get on the defense mode. And that's natural because somebody is making a claim against you that you don't agree with pertaining to the item. And this is your way to make money. I know some people do it part-time. This is my way of making money so I can stay home with my daughter. So money can get people upset just in general, on the buyer's end and on the seller's end. So I'm saying resist the urge to tell them off. Resist the urge to immediately fire back and say, the buyer is completely lying, your side of the story. Resist that urge to get mad. Resist the urge to tell them off. Give it a moment. Just give it a moment. Think over it. Don't immediately fire back. Okay, now here's what's going to help you in that too. Make sure you have enough money in your account for returns, especially on eBay, because somebody's asking a return for a $30 item, plus they want you to return the shipping costs they paid, plus in order for them to send it back to you, they are saying that you have to pay for the shipping to get your item even sent back to you. So you're out more money than when you started, and you have zero in your PayPal or eBay or bank is not a good way to do it. It's going to freak you out. They do give you some time to get that money in order, but just to make sure you don't lose your cool, give yourself some crunch money. I am bad with this, and that is why I have to recommend it, and I'm getting it in place for myself. This is busy season. This is time when resellers are excited because we're making more money. I've noticed like my money is doubling what it was like a couple months ago because this is prime time for resellers. People are shopping, people are buying. So give yourself some crunch money, because as there's going to be more sales, there might be more returns as well. Make sure you leave some money in there for returns. Make sure, here's another one which I just fixed. I had moved in March, and I had a P.O. box in one city, and I didn't open a new P.O. box in the new city that I moved to, so I had nowhere for people to ship returns back to. So I just recently opened a new P.O. box. Make sure that your return address is current. Now, here's another one that just kind of helps me psychologically with returns. I want to, if the person ships the item back to me, for myself and my own peace of mind, I want to then take that item and sell it for twice as much as I sold it to the original person. And so however that needs to happen, that's just something that helps me keep my cool with returns. Because then I tell myself, okay, well, if it gets returned back to me, I am going to double that money. So I didn't lose anything. I just put in a little bit more work for myself, but I still am going to double in what I make off of it. Here's another thing. Only vent to somebody who is for you. For instance, my sister is also a reseller, and so if somebody is opening a case against me, and for the moment I'm a little upset because I'm thinking they're trying to scam me, or they're, I was honest in my dealings and they're not being honest in their dealings, and I can vent to my sister because she does the exact same thing as me. She cares, she gets it. Only vent to somebody who is for you. If you need to vent, don't do it to the person that is trying to return your item. That is not somebody to vent to. Just be smart about that. I know it's human nature to get upset, but just try to keep your cool. Only vent if you're going to somebody who is for you. Now, if it's complete fraud that the person is trying to do against you, then yes, I would say fight that return, fight that case. But if it's just something that cost you $1 that you picked up at the thrift store, you sold for maybe $10, they're unhappy with it, go ahead and just issue that return. So for eBay, they call it getting a ding on your account. So it doesn't get a ding on your account, just go ahead and accept that return. If it's something that's like complete fraud, then yes, call eBay, fight it with Poshmark. Poshmark is more, I would say, for the seller in return. I would say eBay is for the seller too, but they're also a lot for the buyer. So more than not, if a buyer opens a return on you on eBay, even if you don't offer them, but they found a way to get it, they're probably going to get it. And so you want to keep your account clean. Just go ahead and offer it. So I hope these tips helped you on how to deal with returns without losing your cool. And please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build it up so I can help other resellers out there. I'm also a stay-at-home mom that I want to encourage other moms that are at home with their kids, just on keeping your cool in general, just on, how to mirror the way that God would handle our situations. I'm a Christian woman too, so that comes into play a lot of what I do. I'm not perfect, but that is my moral compass, is God guiding me. And so go ahead, like this video, let me know it was good content, give a comment to me, tell me how you keep your cool for returns, give us some tips as well, and thank you for your time. Bye.